What is up, you guys? Man, I missed you guys so much. I hope you guys missed me. As you guys can see, your boy's got a few upgrades. You know, I had to come back with a bang for you guys, of course. I love you guys so much, man. Your boy's been working. I had to get a few things taken care of. Okay. So let me address this real quick. I don't have a black eye, and I'm not smacked out of my mind. I wish. My allergies are kicking my ass right now.
That shit hurting.
That's the best explanation I have for that. They do every single year. So, get ready to see a lot of this. A lot of me squinting. Sometimes I'll have an ice pack on my eye. Sometimes I'll have a freaking hot rag on my eye like it's a shiatsu massage or something. Or a freaking spa day. It's spa day. I don't know, man. I just be doing whatever I do, bro. But life has been good lately, man. Life has been good. And I really hope that life is good for you guys too. But, you know, we don't want to get too caught up on introductions. You guys already know who I am. It's your boy, Matt Micah. And I'm back at it again with another video. Today, we're going to be talking about not letting... Huh? Oh, nah. Hold on, bro. Alright. I thought there was a spider on my wall. It was a freaking nail coming out. Hey. Gold Peak. Sponsor me. Sponsor your boy. Oh my gosh. Bro. Sponsored by Gold Peak. The tea that's so gold that it'll pique your interest. Once you go peak, you'll never go beak. This has been Mad Mike, and I approve this message. All right, man. All right. But we're going to talk about not letting good things turn into bad things. And what do I mean by that? So first, we're going to start off with a little story time. Okay, so recently, I have had a lot of good things happen to me after a very long, after so many bad things happening to me and a long learning period or, trial in my life. So as these good things were coming to me or happening to me, I found myself getting overwhelmed and anxious and afraid to mess up again or to let myself down another time. So I began to overthink. I began to be overly anxious to the point that I was shaking. I wasn't able to sleep. I started not sleeping again. I was shaking, like my head was shaking, and I thought it was a side effect of my crash. But I was like, it's been over a year since the bad crash. Well, I mean, they were both bad. Hello, darkness, my old friend. All right. it's been some time since my last car wreck. And I haven't had any of these symptoms before, so I was very confused where the symptoms were coming from, what was going on, why I was shaking. And once I started to build a plan and start putting things into place and understanding that you can ask for as much help as you want from the world, but people are only able to do so much for you. You really have to do it yourself. So once I realized that, and I realized that, people are there to help me, there are going to be people who can guide me along the way, but I have to figure this out on my own. So I did that. I figured it out on my own. I did what I needed to do to get shit done and to not turn such good things that were happening to me in my life into bad things. And that's a skill that I honestly just acquired. I've allowed a lot of good things to go in my life, good things to pass me by because I just wasn't mentally prepared for it at the time, And we never understand a lot of people don't understand that they're allowing good things to pass them by until they get older or until later on in life. Like, for instance, in middle school, I got told that I was a prodigy bassoonist and that I was a prodigy at singing. Do you see me in a band or in a freaking Philharmonic anywhere? No. I'm sitting in a cheap 2-bedroom apartment in freaking Ohio. Why? Because I allowed a good thing to pass me by because I was afraid of it. I thought it was corny. I thought it was stupid. My friends aren't doing this, so why should I do it? Stuff like that. And sometimes I wish, honestly, all the time, I wish that I never did that. I wish I never made that decision. I wish that I would have kept going with the bassoon because I honestly love to play the bassoon. I hated carrying that big, stupid case home. But I mean, now that I'm older, I'm like, it's probably not even that heavy. I was just like 12 years old and the case was the size of me. But, now that I'm older, I'm like, it's probably not that bad. And I honestly, whenever I get the money for it, I'm gonna buy a bassoon. And I'm going to reteach myself how to play bassoon because I love music. I love to sing. I love to listen to music. If I had instruments, I would love to play music. Like, I want to learn how to play the guitar. I want to learn how to play the piano. I want to reteach myself how to play the bassoon. And I'm very musically inclined. And the fact that I have done nothing with music is ridiculous. I allowed a natural, God-given talent go to waste. And I'm young, so I still have time. I still have the ability to make things happen, to make some shit shake. But there's also people who are 16, 17, 18 years old out there making shit shake. And sooner or later, I'm just gonna be that old dude who allowed his whole life pass him by because of what this person or that person has to say. Are you keeping up with me right now? And it's not just that. I'm not even talking just about things or, talents that you may have let waste. Because, I also was in woodshop in high school and I allowed that talent to go to waste because I was really good at that. I love numbers and crunching stuff and building stuff from scratch. And I mean, that's not really okay. I could have went to school for carpenting or something like that. Like I could have, because my ultimate goal in life is to build houses. I want to own my own real estate company where we design, build, and sell our own unique houses. So if I want to get there, I have to start at ground level. And the thing about me is I always try to shoot so high. I try to shoot to the very end. You know, I'm in the beginning stages of talking to this girl and I'm talking to her about marriage. Or it's my first month at a job and I'm talking about being a manager. You know, it's good to set certain expectations or set the bar high for yourself, but it's not good to allow yourself to get lost in what you think you deserve or what the end goal might be when you're still at the ground level trying to figure things out. You know, you need to come up with a plan to get to where you want to be. You can't just allow life to pass you by or to just expect things to happen for you, because that's just not how life works. Nobody is going to do it for you, and nothing is just going to fall into your lap. You know, none of us are fortunate, like some of us are fortunate enough to have, you know, life served up on a silver platter, but everybody's not that fortunate. And even the people who are that fortunate, you know, the well runs dry at some point. So you have to understand that you have to fill the well back up. You have to figure out a way to keep your well cycled. Like, you guys know what I'm trying to say, man. My eye is freaking throbbing. My eyes! Like, oh my gosh, I can't even pay attention or focus because I've got Mr. freaking, I don't even know, dude. Like, one day it's this eye, the next day it's this eye, the next day after that it's both eyes, then the next day it's neither eyes. And don't even get me started on allergy medicine. Don't be like, oh, I don't like, you can give me recommendations if you want, but I literally have used every type of nasal spray, every type of pill, every type of eye drop, and the only way that I can counteract my allergy symptoms is by taking all three of those and just hoping for a good day. Because my problem is I'm allergic to cats and dogs, but I love cats and dogs, so I can't resist from petting them, and I always forget to sanitize my hands or wash my hands before itching my eyes when they get itchy, because I'm around pollen outside and pollen inside. So I just hit myself with a double or triple whammy, and I'd be like, oh dude, my allergies are kicking my ass. What's going on? And it's because my dumb ass can't stay away from the cute cuddliness. But to get back to what we were talking about, man, it's not just things. It can be people. It can be an opportunity. It doesn't have to be like you missed out on a sale and now you have to pay full price for this thing that you need or wanted. It can be people too. Like, I've allowed really great people to pass me by because I overthought our relationship, or I overthought the situation to the point that I spoiled it for not only myself, but I spoiled it for the people involved as well. And now I've found myself in my older years being very lonely, and I'm starting to realize that it's my own fault. You know, there's no one else to blame but me. Yes, other people have their own contributing factors in situations. There's two sides to both stories, of course. But if I didn't conduct myself in the way that I conducted myself, I would still have a majority of the friends that I had in the past. And that is something that I've had to I've had to, what's the word I'm looking for? That is something that I've had to come to terms with myself with. That is something that I've had to accept. That is something that I'm going to have to continue to accept. Because that's the only way that you can grow. The only way that you can grow is to accept that you made a mistake and learn from it. If you're not willing or able to admit or accept your own wrongs, whether you admit your wrongs to someone else, you should always admit your wrongs to yourself. You should always hold yourself to the highest standard of accountability. You should always know when you fuck up. Because if you're not able to decipher between when you're doing good and when you're doing bad, you will allow yourself to turn good things into bad things because you won't be able to decipher between the two. You'll continue to allow yourself to self-sabotage. You'll continue to allow yourself to overthink things. You'll continue to allow yourself to push people away, drive away good opportunities. You're gonna keep losing jobs. You're gonna keep losing girls. You're gonna keep losing friends. You're gonna keep fucking up. And the thing is, I don't want to see anybody else fucked up because of their own mistakes. If someone else does something to you and it's completely not your fault, okay, you can be upset about that. If something is out of your control, you can be upset about that. But when something is within your control and within your grasp and you mess it up, what are you crying and boo-hooing for? That's your fault. That's on you. You shouldn't have messed up. And that's harsh to say, but that's life. Figure it out. Build your game plan. Fix it. Move forward. Your whole life can be filled with good things as long as you're able to separate the good things from the bad things, the good days from the bad days. If you allow all that stuff to merge, you won't understand when you're doing a good or a bad thing. You'll allow your subconscious to trick you into thinking that just because you have good intentions with this situation means that you are doing a good thing. For instance, let me give you guys a little story time to wrap up the video. Miss Anonymous. We talk about her quite a lot on this channel. One time we were getting into an argument about, I'm not sure what. I think she was asking me for space, and she said she wanted space from everyone, and I took the wrong message from that. And instead of respecting her boundaries and giving her the space, I had the people that I was with drop me off from my car, and I drove to her house. And once I got to her house, I couldn't understand why she was so infuriated with me, because what I thought was a good thing by going to check on her was actually a bad thing, because I was violating her space and her boundaries in her home. And from there, the situation just kind of spiraled out of control. And I tried to convince myself for a really long time that the way that both of us acted, her and I, was her fault because she wasn't able to understand that my intentions were pure. And actually, it was my fault because no matter how pure my intentions were, the good thing that I thought that I was doing was a bad thing. And that bad thing turned into a horrible thing and eventually led to us not being friends anymore. So, I definitely learned from that mistake. And I'm trying my damnedest in life now to keep the good things going, keep the good times rolling, and keep peace and love and happiness as my ultimate goal in life. Because if I don't, I'll allow myself to keep doing the stuff, the self-destructive things that I was doing in my past that drove away all these great things that I mentioned in the video. An opportunity I was getting scholarships in middle school to high school for music. Are you serious, dude? What's wrong with you? I passed it up. I wasn't able to realize at the time, which I never am. I'm never able to realize when I'm in the thick of it how good of an opportunity is until it's gone. Once the opportunity has passed me by, I self-reflect and I'm like, damn, I really could have done that better. Yeah, man. Just your mind does funny things. Your mind will trick you into thinking that you're doing better in life than you are because you're not willing to face the reality of the situation at hand, the situation that's going on right in front of you. Instead of dealing with right here and right now, you're dealing with yesterday and tomorrow. And you never know. You never know what you could be messing up for yourself. There's no reason why I haven't touched $100,000 yet in my lifetime. I have literally been told that I am talented in some type of way by every single person that I've ever met in my entire life. And what do I do with those talents? Waste them. What do I do with anything good in my life? I turn it bad. I make it my enemy. I make it my last priority. Why? I don't know. I guess I'm afraid of failing at greatness. But you can't be afraid. You have to embrace it. You have to embrace life. You have to embrace what opportunities you have, what life is giving you, because you never know what could be your big break. You never know who could be your forever partner. You never know what opportunity you're letting slip through your fingers until it's gone. But that's it, man. That is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the upgraded audio. I'm not taking that long of a hiatus from the channel again, guys. Don't worry. Your boy just needed to get a couple things situated. But they're situated. So I'm here. I'm back. And I'm here to stay. Make sure that you leave a like, comment, subscribe. Turn your post notifications on. Just so you can see when I post. I'll see you guys again in the next video. It's been your boy,